Hello, there's going to be a custom card at the end of the video, and there will be a link to it in the description below. I've been playing with this roster for a few weeks, and it works really well. One time I was playing round one with this. It was a little bit different. It had Dormammu as the leader, but still similar. It had Dormammu, Namor, and Baron Zemo, and I dazed Nightcrawler in the first round. This is much better than having Dormammu as the leader. Yeah. We have Captain America as the leader for this one. The main reason is because he brings the day unlike any other leadership ability, and he reduces our superpowers by one once per turn, which works really well. Because a ton of these characters have charges. So then they can do it round one. Our other core character is going to be Zemo, because he brings strategic genius and a round one charge. He's a 3-threat. He works really well. He's really good. Strategic genius is an amazing superpower, and he's extremely mobile, so he can get where he needs to be really easily. And then Namor is our other core character. He has charismatic leader, which is practically the same or exactly the same as the strategic genius superpower, so it's also really good. And he does a bunch of damage. He can apply stagger, and he can score you a bunch of points because he can get to a middle point right away on round one. And he has the Armies of the Deep, which lets him interact with objectives without paying power, and then he can make people drop their assets, which is really good. So our core characters are going to be Captain America, Baron Zemo, and Namor. You want to bring them every time, but unfortunately, you can't get this roster with all three of them to work unless it's 17 points or above. So if it's not 17, if it's 16, I'd probably go with Captain America, Hulk, and Scarlet Witch for 15. And then at 16, I would probably go with Hulk, Shang-Chi or Wolverine, and Black Widow. You could also do Iron Man and Deadpool instead of Shang-Chi and Black Widow. Oh, there we go. So that would be a good 15 point, or 16 point actually. And then I showed you the 15 point. So these are our main characters we're going to have every single time if it's at 17 or above. We have Black Widow mostly just to be able to play at lower threats like 17 easily with Namor and Zemo. And then at 20 you could do this and you could bring Hulk and Black Widow, so that's another reason she's in there. And then Hulk is mostly only for 20, but then he works at 16 and 15. Those are the main times you'll be bringing Hulk. We have Black Widow for low threats, Deadpool to bring healing factor. Unfortunately, this card's really blurry on here. So he has healing factor along with Wolverine, and we have the instant recovery, and I wanted to have more than just one character with healing factor. Originally he was Bucky, but I changed him, Bucky, to Deadpool, so then we can have more healing factor characters. And then Shang-Chi gives us more stagger really easily on his builder. It's a hard trigger, but it's still pretty easy to get with a 6-dice builder. And then he has Supreme Martial Artist, so he's a lot harder to take down, and he can also auto-activate people on his flip side. He works well. He also has a round one charge, same with Wolverine, and Deadpool has a round one to place with Captain America's leadership. And then we have Iron Man, because he has Friday Eye, which can work really well round one to be able to push someone off a point maybe. So that works well. And then we have Scarlet Witch. She's just solid. She's solid. She has throws, and this roster is lacking a lot of throws, so we have her and Hulk to provide our throws for this roster. We have a lot of character throws. Also, she brings in some mental attacks other than Shang-Chi. Those are our main characters, and then we have our crisis cards. You can see we're only bringing 17 through 20. threat crisis cards because we want to have our preferred threat level every time, hopefully. So if you don't win priority, you might not get your preferred threat level, but hopefully you do. So we have Deadly Meteors, Demons Downtown, Superpowered Scoundrels, Hammers, Scrawls, and Spellbooks. Add some. Most of them are low scoring points, and with Demons Downtown, it's low scoring, and it very much discourages people from scoring because they get Incinerate. Our highest scoring one, crisis card, is the Ambush Tokens and Scrolls. And then we have Avengers Assemble, Grievous Wounds, Human Weapon, Instant Recovery for our healing factor characters, Joint Effort to add to Human Weapon, so then we can get more staggers off. This roster has a lot of staggering and trying to mess with people's activations, and whenever you roll dice, even if you only get 2 hits on 5 dice, that could be 4 hits because you're always going to be getting 2 rerolls if you're within 2 of Namor and Zemo. So it's really annoying to play against because whenever someone rolls, let's say you got 1 defense, you can automatically get 3 more depending on how you roll, so it's annoying. And then No More Mutants with Scarlet Witch to cancel a superpower, Patch Up as our first restricted card, Princess Protection to be able to take a hit with Namor and push people away, and Ricochet Blast for Captain America and Iron Man, and then Sacrifice as our other restricted card. This roster has a lot of moving hits to the characters you want with Princess Protection, Sacrifice, and then Captain America's Bodyguard and Vibranium Shield. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go over to the demonstration of round 1. Our crisis cards are going to be Superpowered Scoundrels from our roster, and then Research Station Attacked. At 20 threat, if you wanted, you could replace Scarlet Witch with Hulk, and you could replace Iron Man with Black Widow, but I'm choosing to go with Scarlet Witch for this one. What you'd probably do is either have Iron Man or Scarlet Witch go first. I'm going to have Iron Man go first because he's a lower threat model. There we go. He's going to move over to this ambush token. He's going to move over to the ambush token, and he'll just sit there. And if there was another character within 4 of him, he would probably go try and shoot them with the repulsor blast, but there's not, because there's no other characters on the board. Yeah, so he would probably sit there, make your opponent go. We would hope they move up to a middle point, and then once they move up to a middle point, we would probably have Scarlet Witch go. We'd probably have Namor go, actually. He moves long, and he can get all the way up here and then hit them with a charge. And then if he does damage, he would give them stagger. Let's say they were hiding behind this car, or even over here, over by that other ambush token. He can make it all the way here. Someone could be hiding over here, and he can hit them. He can practically get to the deployment zone and hit someone every single round 1. And then we have Zemo, who can go and get almost as far, and then once they start benefiting from each other's rerolls, they're just impossible to take down. Really annoying. But we'll put Namor here for now. Zemo would then probably go, and we'd move him up here. Oh. Yeah, he's here. We'll move him up here, and he could hit someone over here really far, and we want to have him slightly further back, so then when we activate Scarlet Witch, who only moves on medium and is on a small base, she can she can get within 2 of both Zemo and Namor to then get rerolls on her builder and fish for those skulls. And yeah, she's within 2 of both of them. And then we'd have Captain America go. He might hit someone with his shield, but we also could probably just have him go get in the middle to start bodyguarding for other characters. There we go. And he can get over here. We probably want to have him toward the middle back area, like right there. There you go. That's probably what round 1 would look like. You could choose to have Scarlet Witch go get on a point. If you're worried your opponent has some big hitters, maybe like an Immortal Hulk or a normal Hulk, you might choose to go for some points, because this roster works really well with points and it works really well with attrition. So that's the breakdown of the roster and a preferred round 1 at 20 threat. And there we go. And now I'm going to show you some custom cards I've made. I'm going to show you Boba Fett currently, and then if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll maybe put 2 characters in the next video. And comment if you like them. And we haven't play tested all of them. This is one character we have play tested, and if you want to play test them or play them, I'll leave a link in the description to this character card. It's Boba Fett. He's a 4-3-3 defense line. He has a sniper rifle, and he can shoot really far and then move around on his attack and then target where he's going to shoot next with his sniper rifle. He has a flamethrower, which is a B3, 3 cost, incinerate, and then his main big mechanic with his superpower is the detonation, where he places a proximity mine with the proximity mine superpower, and you can only have 2 on the board at once. And then he can choose to blow up the proximity mine in an A1 for 4 power and 6 dice, and it destroys a bunch of terrain features. And then he has his jetpack he can place within 2, and he can reroll 1 die in his attack and defense rolls, and he has flight. He used to be a 5 threat. He was way overpowered, and we toned him down a lot, so he should be a lot more balanced now. Alright, bye. God bless you and have a good day.